This is the final episode in the series, The Group Above. There are more mini-series coming underway. If you would like to contribute by sharing a story or an idea for a story, feel free to comment. Let's finish this.
The world is a void, swallowed by darkness so thick it feels like drowning. A low, pulsating hum claws at the air, growing louder, like the pulse of something alive and ancient. A blinding flash tears through the black, a jagged rip in reality. I tumble through a shimmering portal, landing hard on creaky wooden floorboards, splintered and warped, groaning under my weight. The portal snaps shut with a crack like a cannon shot, leaving my ears ringing. The house erupts in harsh, unrelenting light. Every bulb burns with a cold, unnatural brilliance, painting the room in a sterile glow that feels alive, predatory. The air is heavy, metallic, like blood and rust. Shadows slither in the corners, defying the light, moving with a purpose that sets my nerves on edge. One down, 6 to go. My smartwatch vibrates, its cracked screen flickering with a faint signal. Something alive in this cursed house. Something wrong. My Glock, modified with a suppressor and a high-capacity magazine, feels steady in my grip. I move silently through the house, the floorboards creaking like they're warning whatever's listening. The light casts stark shadows that twist and writhe, alive in a way they shouldn't be. A low growl rumbles from upstairs, guttural, like bones grinding together. It's close, watching, waiting. The group above. 7 monsters, once human, now twisted into something else. Predators hiding in plain sight. Their stench is unmistakable. Decay, mixed with something older, colder, like a grave left open too long. This house is one of their lairs, a rotting shell where the air itself feels like it's hunting me. I creep up the stairs, each step deliberate, the wood groaning underfoot. The growl grows louder, more primal, a sound that scrapes at the edges of sanity. I round a corner into a bedroom. Its door hangs off rusted hinges like a broken jaw, wallpaper peeling like dead skin, a sagging bed frame rusted in the corner. A monster lunges from the shadows, tall, humanoid, but wrong. Its limbs stretched like taffy, joints bending at impossible angles. Its glowing eyes burn like twin furnaces, its skin a glistening patchwork of scars and scales. I fire, suppressed shots punching through its chest with muffled thumps. It screeches, a sound like metal on bone, and collapses into a pile of ash, gray and lifeless, scattering like dust in a storm. One down, keep moving. My SUV rumbles down a desolate road, headlights slicing through fog so thick it's like wading through smoke. The air smells of wet earth and something fouler, like rot laced with blood. A faded sign looms from the mist, barely legible. Eller's Hollow, 5 miles. My smartwatch buzzes, its screen flashing with a cluster of signals. Multiple threats, close and closing fast. The woods on either side are a tangle of gnarled branches, clawing at the sky like skeletal hands. Faint lights flicker through the trees, like distant stars or the eyes of something hungry. Eller's Hollow. The group above's hunting ground, a place where fear seeps into the air and the ground feels alive underfoot. They're not hiding anymore. They're waiting, their presence a poison curling through the fog. A scream splits the night, raw and desperate, echoing through the haze. I pull over beside a rusty pickup truck, its door yawning open, engine still coughing faintly. Claw marks gouge the metal, each one wide as a man's hand, edges jagged and fresh. I step out, Glock raised, the fog swirling around me. The woods hum with whispers, low, unnatural sounds that seem to come from everywhere and nowhere, like the trees themselves are speaking. I move through the underbrush, boots crunching on brittle leaves and snapping twigs. The woods are a maze of twisted trees, their branches clawing upward like they're reaching for something forbidden. My smartwatch guides me, its signal pulsing like a heartbeat. Shadows dart between trees, too fast to track. Elongated limbs, glowing eyes like dying embers. I set a trap. A tripwire strung taut between trunks, rigged with flashbangs humming faintly, and a bear trap hidden under leaves, its steel jaws glinting in the moonlight. My hands move fast, but my eyes keep darting, feeling the weight of unseen watchers. 3 signals, 3 of them, I can take them. A monster lunges, its form a grotesque mockery of humanity. Limbs stretched impossibly long, skin glistening with a sickly sheen, eyes glowing like molten gold. I roll, firing, the Glock's shots tearing through it, dark ichor spraying. It collapses, twitching, then stills. Another attacks from behind, claws slicing the air inches from me. I trigger a flashbang, and the woods explode in blinding light, the creature staggering, its eyes dimming in pain. My combat knife sinks into its chest, the flesh too soft, too wrong. It falls, lifeless. The third charges, its howl shaking the trees, but my tripwire snaps, and the bear trap clamps shut with a sickening crunch, pinning its leg. It thrashes, screaming, until I finish it with a point-blank shot through its skull. 3 left, I'm coming for you. My watch glitches, the screen flickers with static jagged lines cutting through it. The air grows colder, the fog thicker, a low mocking laugh echoes through the woods, like it's coming from inside my head. The remaining 3 monsters aren't running, they're hunting me now. I sprint toward a decaying hotel, its silhouette looming like a rotting corpse against the night sky. The building is a ruin, windows boarded with splintered wood, walls crumbling into piles of brick and dust, vines snaking through cracks like veins. I barricade the door with a rusted metal sheet, setting a trap. Tripwires gleaming faintly, flashbangs rigged to explode, and a shotgun propped against a chair, its barrel aimed at the entrance like a waiting predator. The air inside is stale, thick with mold and something sharper like burnt hair. You think you're smarter than me? I've spent my life for this. I slip to the second floor, crouching in a dark room where wallpaper peels in long, curling strips, exposing rotting wood. The floor creaks with every step, a gamble with every move. I watch the trap below, Glock ready. The first monster enters, its form a shadow of wrongness, moving with an unnatural grace that defies its twisted limbs. It trips a wire, and a flashbang erupts, bathing the room in blinding light. The creature staggers, its glowing eyes dimming. I shoot, and it collapses into ash. I grin, feeling the tide turning. 2 left, almost there. The second monster approaches, its glowing eyes like beacons. Skin a glistening patchwork of scars and scales, claws clicking softly on the floor. It moves deliberately, studying the trap. I aim, ready to fire. But it stops, tilting its head, those eyes too intelligent, too aware. My breath catches. What are you? It swipes a claw, cutting a hidden tripwire. The gun clatters uselessly to the floor, disarmed. My pulse hammers, confidence crumbling. The air grows colder, shadows deeper. A faint rustle behind me sends ice down my spine. The final monster is already here, in the room, its claws gleaming like polished obsidian, eyes locked on me with predatory intent. No. You can't. It lunges, a blur of claws and speed. I fire, but the shots miss, the creature too fast. A sickening crunch fills the air, and if you're still listening, congratulations, you made it. If you enjoyed tonight's tale of terror, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you dare for more stories that crawl under your skin. New nightmares arrive every week, so turn on notifications so you'll know when the next one comes for you.
Thank you for watching this 4-part series. Stay tuned for the next Untrue thrill. New videos coming out every Monday at midnight.